I think we should thank our ancestors and God for the blessing that came in the form of the Red Berets, the EFF. If it wasn't for the EFF, we as South Africans would not have a high standard for what a politician or a member of parliament should act like in parliament. It's only after the EFF, honestly, that we got interested in parliament business. And every time that an EFF MP takes the podium, they never disappoint. You can't just take the podium in parliament when you're debating things like the budget or the speech of the president and just huff and puff without spitting any factual, proper research that you're talking about. Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi diagnosed Cyril with another sickness that is very disturbing. Delusional, illusional. And he said, man, we're dealing with a psychosis case here. There's some type of mental illness here. Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, for me, is one of the best, if not the best, complete politician that we have in South Africa. Let's give this man his flowers while he's still alive.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane in Jiva. So, and we're back at it again with another one. And this time around, we're covering the response to the budget and what Mbuyiseni Ndlozi said to Cyril Ramaphosa. Oh my goodness, Mbuyiseni Ndlozi. No, these people are not letting this man go. They are not. Yesterday it was Judas Sildo Malema, the CIC. He went for the throat, he went for the head. And today we've got Dr. Mbuyiseni. And without wasting any more of your time, you know what? Let me listen to this one with you guys. Let me listen to this one with you guys. Just this one clip. The other one, I'll let you guys listen to it alone.
Thank you very much, and revolutionary regards to the leadership in the Progressive Caucus. The presidency is responsible for 8 functions, 11 task teams, and 6 SOEs. And it is here to ask for money. Deputy President, when you spoke last Friday, Floyd Shibambo, you characterized the sitting president as being a candidate for an award in fiction, best fiction in literary sciences. But you see, it doesn't look like you were heard about what you were diagnosing. I think we must have to upgrade the diagnosis and borrow from the ideological toolkit of Frantz Fanon. We may be dealing with psychosis, whose symptoms are delusions, illusions, because Zeig Simda, when he writes DP, he knows that he's writing fiction. But our candidate tonight truly believes in the delusions that he gives us. 1 million houses in Alex. He believes that. It's a proper belief. And Fanon teaches us about cognitive dissonance. That when you tell such a person who suffers from these symptoms the truth, they hold on so much to their core belief, they become agitated, uncomfortable. If you tell him now that he's wearing a blue tie, he may tell you he's convinced that he's not even dressed. Just today, after being warned of delusions, he comes to this platform and says, unsafe toilets have been replaced in 92% of schools needing safe toilets. The remaining 280 schools are scheduled for completion within this financial year. But the report of the Basic Education Department titled Education Facility Management System Report, published 3 July 2024, says there are 1,770 pit toilets, schools with pit toilets. 280, 1,770. This is not a candidate of fiction. We have passed the stage of fiction, and we are dealing with mental illness. That is why those who come here to defend him. That is why.
I know, Icon, guys. Really, we are dealing with a psychosis case, a psychologically unstable, mentally disorientated, illusional person here who believes what he's saying. Fikile Mbalula actually believes what he's saying. Did you know that? Begim Tolo actually believes what he's saying to be 100% truth. You know that saying that in the absence of the truth being told, the lie that has been told repeatedly becomes the truth. They believe what they are saying, these people. They believe it. They believe it. When we told them, listen, the ANC will not see 50%, they never believed us. In their mind, they are, we are going to win, we are going to win. Meanwhile, on the background, they were already prior the elections. They were already negotiating with the DA already prior. That's why you had the DA towards the tail end of the campaigning. They started changing their tune about the Moonpeg shot. And after the election, before the results were announced, they already had, we will see if we can work with the ANC. Because they already were in deep talks with the ANC. That's why it didn't take that long to form this government of national confusion and all of that. These people actually believed it. Now, when it comes to the toilets, I don't want to because it's a topic that is very close to my heart. Guys, it's a topic that's very close to my heart. Dying in human waste as a child, a grade 2, grade 3-year-old child falling in a pit toilet and dying in there. Hi guys, you know me, I've got a soft spot for children. Don't do that to me. My question is Cyril Ramaphosa really a billionaire of a president? I asked this question on the background. You remember in 2023, I believe in 2024 also, the members of Lithuli House were not paid. They went for a strike because they were not paid in December and January. Just imagine Lithuli House, the headquarters of the ANC. Their staff members did not get paid. But the president is what? A billionaire. Now, the Department of Basic Education is saying, listen, we still have about 1,770 schools to sort out, to take out this pit toilet issue completely. So you are telling me, if you are a president of a country and children in your country are dying in pit toilets and you are a billionaire, not a millionaire, a billionaire. You are not poor like Jacob Zuma. You are a billionaire because white monopoly capitalism has set you, man. You are all right. You own McDonald's. You own a lot of shares in different companies. You can hide $10 million in your couches. You are telling me that you don't have the heart to say, listen, if government does not want to take out this money, I will do it from my pocket so that no child under my presidency will die in a pit toilet. You're telling me as a president you are failing to do that. When ladies, look at some of you are donating 50 rand, 100 rand to Paseta, a school that is still being established. I mean, we can't have this such a problem in Paseta. Come on, guys. A pit toilet and a child falling in the pit toilet and dying. Children drowning in rivers while crossing on their way to school. You can't build a small bridge so that the children can cross safely. You are a billionaire. Do the ANC members ask themselves this question? They have a billionaire for president. And guess what? The toilet, the pit toilet problem is actually mostly in the Eastern Cape, and it's the Eastern Cape that voted for the ANC more than any other province. It's the Eastern Cape that said, no, we still want our children to die in pit toilets. Hi. So now let's listen to Mbuyiseni Ndlozi speaking about strategic partners, the BRICS, and all that stuff, and what we have built, Tina, after 1994.
The IDC was at the center of apartheid state-led development. It not only was creating companies like Sasol. Look at the industrial scale of Sasol. Perhaps there is a lack of understanding of what true industry is. The IDC was at the center of the creation of Sasol, was at the center of the creation and growth of ISCO. But since 1994, show me a single industry that the IDC started with the scale of ISCO, with the scale of Sasol. Your chronic levels of unemployment can only be resolved by a bold step, such as using the IDC within the Department of Trade and Industry to create large-scale industrial projects the size of Sasol and ISCO. But also, when you're talking about investments and markets, the BRICS countries are where you should go. Your relationship with the West has been the most crippling economically. The West only wants your minerals. The West only wants you to consume its finished products. Even the market, consumer market of over 1.2 billion people in the continent of Africa, they still get products from their former colonizers. But China is the one that is developing. In the last 20 years, they are responsible for large-scale infrastructure projects across the world. They are the ones that are building the biggest, most sophisticated infrastructure projects than anyone else. So if you want to industrialize, you've got to look to the BRICS countries. You've got to go to China and literally request, build, operate, and transfer projects. So if you want to build a train from Durban to Musina, Mr. President, perhaps you do not enter into the delusion of repeating the same thing that you've been doing over the last 30 years as the ANC. Go to China. The people of China will build a speed train in less than a year, and then it will occur from Durban to Musina. The industrialization project must also be at the center of the competition laws. For an example, competition laws are not the instrument of transformation. Even when they are in place, price fixing, collusion, market power abuse, price discrimination, and monopoly industries continue. When the Competition Commission makes findings, the Finance Minister has the power to overrule them. When the Competition Commission identified that the private sector health market was abusing its power through price fixing and monopolization, nothing happened to them. That tells you the power of these industries. If you want to heal, Mr. President, from this emerging mental condition within the GNU, perhaps you must come back tomorrow with a concrete admission that business cannot be usual. Otherwise, we will interrogate and scrutinize the state of your mind to the end. Thank you very much.
Yeah, really. You know, Mina, I'm a hardcore Pan-Africanist. I believe that African problems must be solved by African solutions from Africans. I'm not a strong believer in BRICS, Russia is helping us, China is helping us. I'm always in my mind, because I'm afraid of these people, always thinking at the end, what is it that we are losing while gaining this help from these people? What is it that these people want? You know, I'm that person. Why are you helping me? Ufunan. No, King, it's just 50 rand. We just why I'm that type of a person, especially when it's not coming from my people. Understand? You will ask my team. I tell them I'm very skeptical about accepting funding that are not from Africans. Let Africans build Paseta. That's it. But anyway, if my team will tell me also, listen, we need strategic partners. As long as they don't impact or try to influence the direction of the country or the direction of our organization. Let's allow China to invest. Let's allow Russia to invest in knowledge and all of that. Those are strategic partners, and they are helping us go forward in a faster motion than we would have alone. I understand it. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi is talking about building the train from Durban to Musina. You know, it's easy for countries like China to do that. You give them a budget, you help them up, and you allow them to do what but I know there is something. You're going to give them land somewhere in South Africa. You're going to give, but South Africa has been tight like this with China for a long time. So, hi, Ziyakala manje. They can build that train quickly. People can go from Joburg to Durban with a train, a fast-moving train. We're talking about a train that's traveling more than 200 kilometers an hour. So that train will be fast, comfortable. But our leaders don't want to do that. They want us to stay begging. Singaphakathi kwebhasi izitshayise sife ngaphakathi kwebhasi. They must come to the accident scene and deliver a diplomatic statement to say, no, we are sorry, we're going to buy caskets for all of these members that have died in this bus accident. It was so unfortunate. The driver was tired and all of those things. I mean, I don't know what our country is it that it will take for us, which is susel abantu lava, so that the right people can get into parliament and we can have. Look at what Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger are achieving in 12 months, 24 months. Look what they are achieving. Airports, roads. I mean, we're talking about more than 500 kilometers of road infrastructure. They're building things like this, because of the strategic partners of Russia and China. But with South Africa, we are in the BRICS. But what infrastructure is really, what are we gaining from these BRICS things? Because we are in the BRICS, but this side we are trying to make the West happy. Huh? And the fight of the global East versus the global West. What is wrong with us in South Africa? We thank God for people like our Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi for waking us up all the time. And they are coming here in Kimberley. Hopefully I'll see this man. When I see him, best believe, listen to me, best believe that I will interview Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi this week. I did submit my team's list to Austato. She's the one apparently who's in charge from head office, Mama Matikizela's house. I called her, I called her and said, listen, Tato, my team, we want to come in, we want to interview. Gave her 5 names. Said, if you can give me, please, these people's, I want to interview some few people, please, whether it be the president, Umpile Mauto, Dr. Mbuyiseni, give me Floyd, give me Advocate, give me anyone, give me Sisulu, guys, give me anyone. Give me anyone who's coming there. If Vuyo Zungula is going to come to support, please give me Vuyo also. Give me anyone to interview. Not begging for it. I'm saying I think my interviews with politicians will be different from what you have seen in the past. If you want to watch one of the interviews, I did interview the president of Azapo before the elections.
The political and the cultural, spiritual decay you see in this country is precisely because there is deficiency or absence of black consciousness in governance of this country. And that's why even when people are governing, they still have to go to white people and then hire them as consultants and then teach them how to govern. Erase all the memory, of the indigenous people. So it is right that culturally and spiritually, politically, when we say we are free, this country should be changed by black people and Africans in this country. So in short, and in the final analysis, the land will be in the hands of the people as a whole, through the agency of the state.
By the people, you mean black and white? By the people, you mean black and white?
Remember, we've said in this country, there will be no black, white, and that and Chinese. There will be one people in one Azania. So, yeah, there's volume there.
There's volume there.
Volume.
A lot of volume. Let me speak about.
I hope you didn't get me wrong.
No, I got you. I got the volume.
I'm saying he's audible.
Yeah, I got the volume.
He's audible.
Yeah. I got the volume. In that interview, it's a crazy interview. You have to go and watch that interview of the president of AZAPO. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Until we meet next time, don't forget to pray. After you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.